Right, we should be live. Just a second there. Let's go. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Really appreciate you guys actually jumping on the stream as well. Did wanted to actually do this a bit early on, to be honest. Yesterday, I really actually wanted to do this yesterday itself, but got a little tied up. But never mind. We can still do the weekly outlook as well. Not a big deal. Nothing really has changed per se in regards to crypto. Oops, a bit dusty here. Sorry about that. Gotta clean that all up. There you go. Yeah. So nothing's really happened to Bitcoin since the weekend. The weekend has been a bit boring. Consolidation itself, it is just doing whatever it wants to do now. So what we really are looking for is a breakout, right? So we'll go through the plans, we'll map out the plans, we'll talk about what's going on there. We'll talk about the higher time frame, looking at range band environments and all that kind of stuff. We'll try and mark out what are the potential plays that we have on board as well, like what we're looking for, bullish or bearish. I think generally speaking, when you look at Twitter, a lot of Twitters is actually quite bearish as well. Barring there has been some alts that has done some spectacular numbers. Shout out to Paul 50x, that was from entry. We did Optimus at the moment. It's about 6x up from entry as well. We've got ZKT is up like, I believe that 12x from entry as well. So there's a number of these alts itself that has done well. They're like the deck screens, the deck screen tools, the dex tools, sorry. Those little low caps as well. They've done well, but generally speaking, what we're going to focus more on is Bitcoin and Ethereum, looking at the general market dollar index, the and the S&P. What I will touch base on today as well is Euro and GBP, right? Because like they make up the dollar index itself, especially Euro. Euro actually makes up 54%. So that's the main important thing that we're going to talk about. Is it support? Is it resistance? What goes on, and what are the plans we can look for? I mean, if you play forex, you can play forex on this as well on the FX plan that we'll talk about. But just we'll go around for the whole thing, okay? So what's going on? We got Jordan. How you doing, man? Let's do the morning shout. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button if you're new to it as well. Really appreciate you guys. Oh, by the way, guys, I've hit 60k on Twitter. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much to each and one of you guys there. Your support means a lot to me. I genuinely mean it as well. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. We're at 2,700 subscribers on YouTube as well. We're gonna get going, and together we're just, to be honest, right? Let's be honest, right? Twitter's Twitter, YouTube's YouTube. It doesn't really matter. What matters more importantly is what our pockets are saying, what we're taking home to our families, what we're taking home to our kids, to our moms, that kind of stuff, and how we're going to change their life. That's the important thing. We don't really give a shit about following and whatever. They're all just numbers. The numbers doesn't mean that the more followers you have, the more money you have. That's not true. All right. All that matters is what I can do for you to actually make this a bit more of a pleasant experience in crypto itself. I mean, for those who don't know, a quick introduction. Actually, fuck it, just do it. I've been in the game since 2017, September 2017. I bought the top when of China FUD in September. That was me. That was me. So you always wonder like who bought the 20k top, who bought the 69k top. I bought the 3.5k top. That's what happened to me, and I was down underwater for a long time. But like don't get me wrong, lost a lot of money in 2017, 2018. I played it and whatnot. Stepped away a little bit because I had to focus on actually buying a house. Came back and 2020. I was playing it as a trader. The whole market up, I was playing as a trader. I wasn't playing it as a thingy, as an investor kind of thing. And the question is, what is an investor? Is an investor actually someone who actually holds on to a token for about 5 years, 10 years down the line? Is that an investor, or is it someone who actually holds on for about 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then as you make profits, you just slowly chip away your bag away till you get to zero, and then you sold it all up. That's to me is what the second option is. The investor side is where I'm actually looking to buy, accumulate. And look, again, it's entirely up to you. Nothing's financial advice. I've got to say this as well. You know the drill. But nothing's financial advice. It's entirely up to you. Your money's your money. My money's my money. We all take our risk as well accordingly. Seek advice from a financial advisor if you must as well. Crypto's highly volatile as well. As you can see, I mean, like, I'm just looking at Optimus, man. Freaking hell, Optimus just in 4 days, it did a 7x. It's 7x. So you know what I mean? It's highly volatile. So if you miss the boat, you miss the boat. Get another one. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. So let's just get cracking into it and just go straight into dollar index, right? So let's just pop this up, right? Cool. Now, oh yeah, let's do the morning shout, afternoon shout. Sorry guys, I do apologize for that. Let's have a look. Bring this up. Sorry about that. Yeah, who do we got? We got Jordan in the house. We got Guna in the house. Bon Biggie, Crypto K, Two Shays in the house as well. Appreciate you here, brother. We got Ciron. Shout out to Ciron, man. He's a sick guy as well. Met him at the London conference as well. Big, really big, good, awesome lad as well. I appreciate his love as well. Daink is currently deciding which Lambo to get Mama Daink. Oh, bro, I wish. I'm currently looking at something for her as well. But that's a whole different story. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I wish I could get a Lambo. I'm far from that, mate. Paul Sinclair, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right, man. Bless you from Kiev as well. How's things going over there? We got Federico. How you doing, man? Hope everyone's safe and well. Okay, let's just get cracking. Dollar index. Now, when we talked about it, dollar index last week, what day was it last week? Freaking hell. Let's have a look. Right, so this is me. The 27th, right? The 27th is when we were around here. Okay, there. This is the 27th. So it's just where the base of the, oopsie daisy. Right. Actually, first, let's just do a quick recap. What are the ranges here? This level here is range high. September's high. January's high. That's January's low. We've got January's mid-range. This is the yearly open. This is a key level. It doesn't really matter, but we're just going to focus within the range. Nothing else. Prices in the range. We've taken out liquidity in September's January. So, fuck's sake. January's low. We're taking liquidity from January's low. There's liquidity resting at January's high. Do we take this up and then rally away, or do we take this out and then come back in? We don't really know. We'll have to work this out level to level and how we're going to work this out. The key pivot really is the yearly open. As you can see, resistance over here. So at first, we get above. Support. We get underneath it. Resistance. Sell off. Resistance. And it all becomes resistance until we break out of it. There's support. And now that we had support, is it enough for us to rally away? Or do we have a potential retest of the month of the yearly open? And then from there, do we hold above it, carry on going up higher, or do we break down below it and then shoot down lower? That's the key important thing. So we have to work this level to level. So I'm going to look at this instead of a daily. I don't know why I'm looking at the fucking hourly. Bastard. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm lack of sleep, lads. Anyway, doesn't really matter. What's going on? As you can see, dollar index. We got, before we actually go into dollar index, we're going to talk about the news. I'm really not with it at the moment today. I'm so sorry about that. It's been a really long 4 days actually for me. But that doesn't really matter. What's important today is we've actually got some quite important, news event there. This one, here we go. So what do we have today? We've got the Fed Chair Powell is testifying today at 3 o'clock in the UK, which is about an hour time. We're gonna have some volatility, that's what I'm saying. So be a bit careful. If anyone's in the trade, be cautious. Don't really be in the trade itself. I'm in the BTC long as it is, and the Matic long as well. I will talk about that after. Doesn't really matter too much anyway. I'm in the BTC long itself. Even I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I should the safest option really is to cut the trade. Right, that's the best option. To cut the trade, let the price spike up, volatile, stop whichever side up or down, and then break up or break down, whichever you take. Then you take the trade. That's probably the best option that I would actually advise. That's Tuesday. Then we got Wednesday. Again, we got the Fed Chair Powell speaking again on Wednesday, 3 o'clock. We also got Jolt's job opening, another volatile day. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, it's going to be very volatile. Be very careful about that. And then on Thursday, nothing going on so much as well. We've got FMC member Barr speaking. Not really going to be any effect to the market itself. Unemployment claims, a little bit. It will give us an insight of what's going to go with NFP. On Friday, it's the big one. Normally, you got the first Friday of the month, you have NFP. I'm not too sure why they did it on the second Friday, but it is normally generally the first Friday of the month as well. So anyway, we've got NFP on Friday, another volatile moment at 1:30. So take short-term day trades. We work it out and whatnot. If it's going to be a short on Bitcoin, we'll take the shorts. We have the plan and whatnot. Okay. So going back into the market itself, looking at what the dollar index is, you can clearly see. Let me just tighten this up. That's a bit better there. You can clearly see that what happened is we're taking out liquidity on the downside. Liquidity is resting up there. Does it have enough to come to the mid-range? That's the key thing. That's the important thing we need to worry about. So if I drop it down to the, if you look at where the pivot is, this is the pivot. See this high there? That's the pivot. So if I mute everything off, right? All that high was the area of consolidation here, where price consolidated around the yearly open, right? And then we popped up, and you see how we actually did it? We popped up, found support, flat body candle there, rallies up, goes into the highest. Where's it come into? Well, it's come into this area here, to be honest as well. I'll probably narrow it to here. That's where it's come into. This is an order block to me, right? That's the last up candle. It's in the market back down to mix lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high. Well, it runs up to these highs. This highs falls in place, sells off, makes a new lower low, right? So so that's underneath here, whoopsie daisy, underneath here, right over here, this to me on a daily basis is resistance. There are elements of resistance. Does it mean that it's going to go short? It's going to go down lower? Well, we don't know. What we need to see is price. Let you do a retest off here. And if it was to be bearish, come back down, break down below the order block itself, come down as a target one over here off this high. This is a pivot there. I'm expecting it to be support. So if it's going to be support, I want to see it hold. If it holds above it, cut the trade, take the shorts on ES and the shorts on BTC, generally speaking, and then play it back into this level there. But if it was going to be continually bearish, right, and it was just a lower high, right? So for example, that's the high, the lower high. That's the lower low. Whoopsie. That's the high. That's the lower low. Is this the lower high to make the new lower low? I don't know. But we'll have to work this out level to level. Once we get back underneath it, underneath this level there, let it do its thing. Come back below, take the shorts, off you go. Bob's your motherfucking uncle. Where are you going to go to? Well, target one will have to be looking for these liquidity over here. And I'll be probably saying, fudge. Yeah, let's just go in here, that area. That's the bearish play. You know, target one, target two. And that's it. And see what happens. If we get back below it, go for the lows over here. And we'll figure out as the time comes, right? We're going to have a bit of time. We ain't going to do this in 1 week. I don't know what's going on with the camera. The camera just decided to fuck up a little bit. 1 second, sorry, bro. Oopsie daisy, I don't want to see my face like that. There we go. Cool. So that's pretty much the plan. The plan for the shorts. Now, what's the bullish plan, right? The bullish plan is the same thing, right? If you want confirmation, all you want to do, right, is just find how you want to see price reclaim this box here. You see that? Resistance, resistance, resistance over here. Once it gets back above here, holds below, then we shoot up to the 107s, 108s, to these highs over there, these highs over there. That's pretty much it into that particular area. Then we'll see what happens there. So a bullish price action will allow me to go up highs. Also, it will reclaim January's high. That's January's high right there, right? Liquidity is resting here. So, I mean, that's the bullish plan. If it's going to be bearish, what we could do is spike up, play back down, get back below here. That's a confirmation of the shorts. Stop loss over here, invalidation, to play it back down to what we discussed from this area there, looking to get into these areas there. That's a range bound environment, and looking to come into this area there. That's pretty much it. And if you get a bodily close above it, any pullbacks into the block itself, you know, you can actually take longs on dollar index, shorts on the I don't know what's going on with the camera. It's being a little bitch here now. Sorry about that. Why is it fucking up like that? But yeah, you get the point there. Everyone's with me as well. Okay, now it's just messing about. I'm gonna hide my camera today. Apologies for that. But are you guys with me so far in terms of dollar index? Now, if I want to narrow things down, what would I do? Look for it in the 4 hours. Let's see what we got here. All right. So I know I got January's high up there. That's January's high over here, and this is January's mid-range here. That's what we're playing. We're playing within this area here, and where we're coming into the mid-range of January's range itself. So for the time being, right, I'm seeing that price is respecting areas of consolidation. You know, comes into here, resistance, resistance, sells off. So where's the next area of resistance? This is what I'm looking for. This area here. As long as that holds up, and if it does something like that, I mean, it's on the 4 hours, something like this, let it spike up, come back down, then play it back down into, take out these liquidity over here, and as per plan we discussed. Now, if I want to narrow it down in terms of a long, how would I do so? Well, let me get a trend line over here, see what we can do. Got a trend line over here. What I'm looking for is pretty much the confirmation is a break above this high here. All right. Once we break above this high there, so let it do its thing, come back up, hold below it, reclaim the step there, comes into here. Once we hold above this is now your bullish price action there. You've got a continuation over here. You got to break out the trend line. You've also got a reclaim of these highs there. Off we go. Take out the liquidity into these highs over there. It's going to be really important to see what happens today. I'm going to be honest with you. Really, really important what happens today. Because for the time being, right, like however the market reacts is going to give us a direction on what the rest of the week is going to be like as well. Because there's going to be events today, tomorrow, and Friday, right? And then I think FOMC speaks on the 22nd of March, 21st, around that time. FOMC is on a Wednesday, I believe. But yeah, it's not, is it next week or the week after? Yeah, it's in 2 weeks' time. On the 22nd of March, that's when FOMC. So do we get a 25 BPS, 50 BPS? I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes anyway. So that's really is the plan for dollar index. Everyone with me? Cool. Perfect. Let's go to Euro USD. Touch base on that. All right. So now, Me and Macro was having a bit of a conversation on Twitter. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, right? But it doesn't really too matter. I'll explain the whole thing right now. Okay. The macro point of view is this, right? I'm going to keep it nice and simple. If dollar index is going up, right, we expect euro to go down. And if dollar index is to go down, we expect euro USD to go up. Okay, cool. Now, what I've got here is a range band environment. I've got a range high and a range low. This is all a range band environment. So bearing in mind, yeah, we do have a bit of consolidation and whatnot. Sorry, the consolidation. Whatchamacallit? Freaking deviation. Sorry, you've got a deviation over here, deviation there, deviation here, which becomes a lower high. That was a thing of the higher low. Took it out. That's the lower low. I mean, to be completely bullish as well, we need to reclaim this level and go up higher, which is a long way to go. But we are within this range here, within this particular range there. So I can focus within this range itself in particular. Now, what I've got here, right, if I just drop it down to a daily and let's see what we've got. That's the last down candle over here. When we did this, right, so you see how we did all this area here, that was all a deviation of the range itself. Why is this red? Why is this fucking red? Or pink or whatever bullshit this is. What the fuck that's happening? Put it like that. Purple. That's better. It's mixing with my freaking colors, man. So you see when we got this deviation over here, right? And we step back in the range. Look what happened. We come up there, hold support at the range lows, pushes up to the mid range, comes back down into what? Into this particular block over here. That's the last down candle that actually found support over here before we pushed up from the range low. So it's going to be a pivotal thing. So now, if I want to narrow things down, and I want you, and I can see that as long as we're holding support over here, if euro is looking like it's holding support, then that means dollar index should be breaking down. So we don't really know. We want to see what happens. I mean, if euro pulls back and then we see we see dollar pull back and then push up and take out the January's high and then reclaims reclaims the low of the January's high and it starts breaking down and we start seeing euro USD pushing up as well. That's enough for me to say that's a long there. Stop loss over here, enough to go into there. Target 1 there, looking to go to target 2, and then target 3, which is the mid-range. And if we reclaim the mid-range, we play it separately on the upside, 75, and then range high. And that's pretty much it. Looking for that area there. So I'm pretty bullish. I mean, I think invalidation, to give a bit more of a, if you want to swing play this, it would, I would say place your stop loss here, just to give you a bit of a breathing space there. Because on the bearish side, is yes, we got a bit of a trend line there. So what we could do is let it break down, comes into here. Step back down. Now the confirmation is a breakdown below this low over here. Get back below the order block there. It becomes a breaker there. Take the shorts. Then I'd be like, all right, cool. Where are we going to? We take out the liquidity over here. I said target 1 will be here. That'll be target 1. And then target 2 will have to go a lot more lower into potentially these areas here. So that's Euro USD. For the time being, while it's up, right, I'm holding support and it's holding support. Fine. Let it hold support. There's no need to rush. I think no need to rush in the trade. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time, and just sit back and let things happen. That's Euro USD. Is that support? On a macro level, on a macro level. We're talking about a range band environment that spans back from 2015, I believe. Yeah, 2015. So this is a range that's going on for 7.5, 8 years. So would you phase the phase that as a break? He's going to lose this level there and come back down. Not yet. Not yet. I have to see us lose this area here. Then I've been talking about, all right, cool, where we're going to? Into this area there, and then this area there, and we'll see what happens next. That's pretty much it, Really, really good. What could happen is ideally would be quite nice, actually. I wouldn't mind this, to be honest. Let's go on the weekly, and I'll show you this quite easily. I've got this in mind as well, just in case. You see this low over here, right? What we could do is 1, that's the 2, and that's come back in. That's the 3. Hold up, reclaim and hold above it, and this becomes the 3. This low holds. This is invalidation, or so this low actually holds. You can do a deviation below it as well, but that's your complete invalidation. That's what you're completely wrong. And if we reclaim this level there, play it back level to level. Why has it gone pink? Fuck knows anyway. But that's it. So Euro's looking all right. It's not too bad. It's not too great. But you've got to play it as it is. Give it a bit of time and see what happens. But let's have a look at GBP USD. Is there any different to it? Not really. We've got the same pretty much situation here. We've got a range band environment from freaking 2016. This is now a 6-7 year trend. I think a range band environment. And you can see the consolidation over here. Deviation, same thing. Does it come back down as a 1, 2, 3? Reclaim this level there. Shows the bullishness. Come to 75% range, 25, the mid range. From the mid range, 75, and then range highs. Take out the highs over there, and these highs there, work it out there. We've got inefficiency there. We've got a gap over there. Fill out there. Eventually, it's going to fill it out. Eventually, right? It doesn't have to fill it out straight away, but of course, this was back in 2022, but fill it out eventually as well. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, like, again, we're at support, you know, while we're at support, let it do its thing. I just want to see this whole, let it do its thing. So soon we get a bullish price action there, right, oopsie daisy, this. Soon we get a bullish price action, take your freaking longs, take out the highs there, come into 25% range. This is an order block right here. We're going to get some reaction over there, come back down, maybe bounce off right here, pushes up, reclaims and level, and then we fill out all the inefficiency into here to this as the next target, then the mid-range, and we'll work it out from there. That's pretty much the view I've got for pound as well. So want to see what happens. So I'm not mega bearish, and then it's like Bitcoin. You know, with Bitcoin, everyone's saying to, like, you know, people are talking about, oh, is it 12K? We're gonna go to 10K. We're gonna go to 4K. Bro, you know what? I don't fucking care. Sounds fucked in it, but I don't really fucking care. Honestly, I generally don't. You know, for me, honestly, it's like I'm looking at this as what I'm doing. I've made, by God's grace, alhamdulillah, a decent amount of money over the span of 2 months, right? And so bag your profits where you gotta bag them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you play it smart. So it's weird with the market right now. You got the top 50 coins, the top 100 coins are breaking down. You know, if you look at it this way, show you this. Optimus. Shout out to Optimus as well, the thingy on CoinGecko and whatnot. But you look at the top 100 coins, all red for the last 7 days, all red apart from BAUSD, but that should be stable anyway. All red. Everything is all red. Oh shit, you know, EOS and True USD. Okay, True USD is one to one to be. Yeah, I mean, fucking MKR is an anomaly on its own. You got a few SNX as well, but generally speaking, the top 100 coins are all red. So I can agree that the market is quite shit. But then you got coins like this motherfucker right here decides to go fucking mental. You know, you gotta play it. Meme coins are meme coins. I remember Flowkey. We'll talk about that on tomorrow's episode. Actually, I'm gonna do an alt session with you guys as well. It's overdue, actually. I should have done it last week. I didn't get around to it, but I'll do an alt session with you guys, and I'll talk. You know, we'll briefly touch base on Optimus or whatever. But 1 second there. What the fuck? Oh fuck. Sorry guys. Got a water bottle here in it, right? And the you know the little cap thing. You know the thing that you suck on. No sexual jokes, guys. You know that thing that you like that little straw thing. It's got a little pike, like a little mouthpiece to it as well. That came out. But anyway, yeah, Optimus is coming back down. I mean, bear in mind I bought in 7 million market cap, and to me again, it's one of those ones I'm just hodling. I'm happy to hodl. Will it come down lower? I'll do the plans tomorrow. I'll have to do the plans today. It can't be today. I want to focus on BTC and Ethereum, but I'm just literally just touching base on the market generally is bad. The top 100 coins are looking bad, and I can totally agree. I am in a short right now, but we'll talk about that. Anyway, as you can see that purple lines at the top right? That's your freaking range band environment. Okay? SNS. I'm not, bro. Like, water is air. You can ask me that tomorrow, but I'm doing BTC and Ethereum. Okay? Joel Fennel, good to have you here. But we got crypto. Okay, can't wait for crypto to go back, not being affected by all these meetings. It will always be affected. You just never paid attention. That's the thing, is you never paid attention. It always did. Bitcoin was affected by news events when we had pullbacks and whatnot. It was because of news events and stuff like that. Those things were happening, and I don't know if you noticed it. They were happening during New York session as well, because that's when the major USD stuff was happening. It's just only recently now people are picking up on news event and understanding a bit more, and that's why you're thinking to yourself like, oh, I want to go back to normal, where it doesn't affect the news event. But the reality was, at that time you weren't paying attention to the news event. It was already doing it as it is. But anyway, that's the thing. So obviously you still have to respect these news events at all time, and you know, see how they actually play out. So let's get cracking on this now. So this is September's range, right? You got September's low over here. July. Why am I saying September? July's low, July's high. This is the mid range. Okay, all it is, same situation, right? So what happened was we took out the highs there, and so this is a range band environment. Deviation, resistance. Everyone's okay with that. Really simple, nice and easy. Then what we looked at so far, we're having support at the mid range. Are we coming back down to the mid range and holding above it to reclaim the 75% range and get to range high, or are we going to end up losing the mid range and play it back down to 25 and then the range low? That's the possibility we need to work out level to level. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I wouldn't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try and be prepared for it as per plan now. So going to the daily, right? What's the daily structure saying, right? Is the market structure still intact? It is. Currently still is, right? So that's the low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So far, that's the higher low. Hopefully, speaking, as long as this low holds, we should be all right. We just need to play this out. But what's interesting is at the moment where the price is actually coming into support. I mean, yeah, what we've done is get down below January's high and resistance there. Now, if you remember last week, I said to you guys, right, last week and I believe the week before, yeah, it was the week before as well, when we were up here, right, and I think and over here as well, whatever the time was, I can't remember what it was. It was around last week anyway. Last week I said to you, I won't look for shorting yet, right? Confirmation for me is if we come back to below January's high, find a retest and sells off. That's when I'll start looking for shorts. That's what I said to you. And what happened is, once we got that January's high over here, that retest, that was my short, and my stop loss was somewhere around here. I don't know where it was, but it was somewhere around here, and I played it back down, back into the monthly open, and obviously we took out these lows there. So there's a way for me to play it back down. If the market structure is still bullish, I don't mind playing it back down. Is it going to be continually bullish? I don't know. But if I look at this way and see what's going on, let's just look at the chart itself. News events coming out, so we're going to get a bit of movement anyway. So what's happening? So I've got this area here. So you see this high there. That's the last down candle, right? Send the market back up. This is a flat body candle, right? And then we've got a push up, final retest, rallies away, and come back to support. So we're finding support. As long we're holding above the block itself, it's all good to go. If we get a close below it, it starts breaking down and a retest, then that's when I'll be comfortable to say shorts. That's me. I'm happy to take shorts there. But for the time being, right, this is at support. If at support, would I take any shorts there? Not necessarily. Just sit out and wait it out and see what happens. If we come back down and we do something like this, takes out the lows, reclaims the freaking block itself, hold above it, bullish market structure, then off we go. Where we're looking to go into the monthly open. The monthly open comes into here. That's the monthly open right there. And that's what I'm looking for. At the very basics. That's what I'm looking for. Right now, I'm looking for monthly open. At the monthly open, right? Because just like we retested January's open over here, if you look here, see, just how we retested January's high, we found resistance, we sold off. So if it's going to be bearish, what I'm looking for, I think theoretically speaking, is looking for a retest of the March's high. Let it do its thing. Whatever it wants to do, any deviation, it starts breaking back down. I'm happy to short this back down to where? Well, back into the block itself. And then if we lose a block, play the bearish plays for lower prices. If I'm looking for lower prices, what am I looking for? Because if you look at it this way, playing it for the 75% of the range. 25% range, sorry, that's the mid-range, yeah? And then 25% range, and then from below 25, go down to range low. That's it. July's high. July's low. Play it level to level. That's my way of playing this. That's all it is. I'm in a long right now. It's fucking taking the piss because you can see those 4 days over here so far has been very, very small body candle. Tiny motherfuckers. Nothing's really happened. And I posted a plan for the bullish plan on Twitter. But yeah, I'm still in it. I'm still in it. Theoretically speaking, you should be out. It's best to be out of a trade and not trade anything. I am Matic. Did Matic stop me out? Let me have a look. Because I am in a long on Matic, which I took some profits. Okay, I'm still in it. That's fine. I took some profits over here at the 25% of the macro range high over here. Again, I'm just looking for the monthly open. That's all it is. My invalidation's here. That's all. Nothing else. But I'm not going to really touch too much onto alt to sell. I'm just going to talk about BTC. So where was I looking at? There we go. 4 hours. Fucking full. So that's all it is. Now, as we discussed on the daily, right? Oh yeah. So let's continue with the shorts, right? The shorts itself, like we said, if we lose, to me, if I lose, let's bring this up here. This block here, right? And then we break down, we find resistance here. I'll use this one, yeah. This will give me a confirmation there. So if we do something like this, let the price do its thing, come back down. Maybe we'll find resistance, do a bit of deviation, and then come back down, finds resistance. That's enough for me to say, take the shorts. Where am I looking for? Take out the liquidity over here, come down to 25% range. From the 25% range, if you lose this level there, play it back down, fill out the inefficiency over here, back to range low. Done. Bob's your uncle, and we're good to go. That's all I'm looking for. Nothing else. Now, the bullish plan is, as I'm discussing, right, is this. Right now, what I want to see price, I think we're going to get some massive volatility in just a moment as well, right? Because it's been consolidated for too long. Eventually, these large, small body candles are going to be big body candles. And then one can argue that, well, that looks like a bot, inverse bot. That's the bot's hair, right? And that's his head, and that's his eyes, eye caramba, whatever you want to call it, you know. I don't know why I'm making him look like this, right? But that's the inverse bot. Now, I'm not really fussed about this. I'm just fussed about monthly open because I've got my bullish plan after that. Because if it comes above the monthly open and we reclaim the monthly open, let me show you this, right? Let it do its thing, right? Let's say we get back up, right? And we start holding up because we talked about the bearish plan. Let's do the bullish plan. We start holding up here. Bullish market structure. What am I looking for? Going back into January's high. I think what will end up happening first is we're going to come into this level there. That'll be target 1, right? We can say this is target 1 for a short-term trade. Target 1, target 2, and then we can get back above it, go to January's high, and that's it. Simple as that. Well, then I can say what's going to happen if we reclaim January's high. Off we go. Let's go to July's high. Simple as that. Nothing else and nothing too complicated. Hold above January's high, let it do its thing. Hold above it there. Barbish motherfucking uncle into this area there. So it all comes down to how we get into the monthly open. If we do something like this, then we know we can go into certain areas of support and resistance. Whoopsie daisy. There, there, and then there. That's the plan for the bulls. That's another set of plans for your longs, as you can explain. That's all it is. Then after that, we'll see what happens. If we do get a breakout above the range higher, then we'll do another stream, another session there. Okay, everyone understands that? Cool, perfect. Now let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum's the same shit, man. Nothing's really changed. You know what I'm saying? So again, Monday's range. You can join your Monday's range as well and whatnot. That's not a big deal. Whatever you like. Let's drop it down to the 4 hours. Well, fuck it. Let's go to the daily. Let's just talk about what we got here. All right. So fucking hell. What we're looking at? This one here. I don't need this no more. Delete that. Cool. So as you can see, that's July's low. Wherever the low is, somewhere around. Yeah, that's July. That's July's low. That's July's high. Deviation didn't come into July's low. Liquidity was resting in there, just right here. Didn't come in there. So we come to the mid range, reclaim the mid range, and we're getting capped at 2 areas. 1, November's high, and 2, 2021's Q2 range low. That's the big thing that's being capped because if we can get reclaim and hold above it and do something like that, I'm quite happy to do this on a bullish play, on a breakout, going into this area there, take out these highs, and then go for higher prices. I don't know, but we're still within the range of July's range, and all we're playing is between July's high to the mid range. That's all we are, and we are just underneath it. So consolidation here, market structure is still the same. It's looking bullish overall itself. Like I mean, you can say it like this. Let's go on the 4. So what we got here in terms of market structure, that's the low, that's the higher high, higher low, higher high. Yeah, let's encapsulate everything. Higher low, higher high. That's the higher low, that's the higher high. So far it's the higher low. As long as this low holds, we're good to go. We've got to work it out level to level and see what happens. So let's just see what we got here. I've got another chart right here with monthly open. There we go. Now we've got Monday's range here, right? And that's the monthly open, right? That's all it is. Let it do its thing. Ideally, if you get a spike down, take out the liquidity on Monday's low. I mean, if we spike all this out, it's not a big deal. Whatever it wants to do, let it do its thing. Get back up and hold above onto Monday's low. Play it back to the mid range to range high. That's a quick day trade. Breakout plan, hold above it, off we go, where we're looking to go into the monthly open, and if we're lucky, fill out all this inefficiency into these areas here, and then from there we'll see what happens next. Okay, so these are the plans for that, for a bullish play. Let's get the bullish play out of the way actually. Now if we go back to this level there, monthly open is right here. Okay, what are we getting capped at? We said yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's do it like that. Cool. Monthly open is where? Right here. This is where the monthly open. Now, we're below the monthly open is bearish. If we get a retest and break down, take the shorts. But if it's going to be bullish, then this will be a deviation of the monthly open. And what you would see is that you would see price reclaim the monthly open, hold above it, shows me bullish market structure. We're pushing up into where this is November's high, and here is actually that Q2 2021's range low. From there, that's target 1, and then we see if we can get to target 2. Into this particular area here, that will count as an order block and see what happens there. Okay, If we start breaking down from here, cut the trade, off we go. We come back down to the monthly open. We'll see what happens next. Okay. Once we reclaim that 1700 level, that hasn't changed. Bullish market structure. What am I looking for? 1793. And that's July's high. That'll be the trade done there. And we'll see what happens there. And then if we do get a breakout on the upside, we'll do another stream there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm literally talking from this area here to this area here. Nothing too complicated. Just keeping it nice and tight as much as possible. Now for the bearish plan. So let's have a look where price is at. Price is currently finding support off where? Right here. This particular area there. So as long as we're holding this, we're good to go. Or support over there, not a problem. Now, if price were to do anything, come back down below here. Shows me the bearish price action. This is now my confirmation for saying what? Where we're going into? Into this particular area as target 1. Take out the liquidity right there as target 2. And then come into 1400 level. I probably will actually, start trimming some off around here. Trim some off at 1430, I believe. 1425, yeah, 1426. I'll trim some off, and that'll be it. And that's the short, and that's the short play going down. Break market structure on the higher time frame, then we play it down and see what happens. And if we go any lower, then we'll use the mid range to see what happens. Potentially going into the yearly open. That's the short. Target 1, target 2, target 3, yearly open. That's something like that. And at any moment, if he holds support, so let's say he comes into here and he holds support, shows me bullish market structure, cut the trade, and then see how we react at the next SR level. There. Is everyone with me? Any questions? Pausing an FTM short. You know what? Like, if I was in a swing short, like a swing, like for example, like look at BNB for example. If I was in a swing short from here, right, from there, or I mean, no, not necessarily here, I'll be happy to hold my shorts. I would. I really would. I really would. I'll be obviously taking profits, right? Liquidity is resting over here, and I think it could well come into this area there, right there. That's where liquidity is resting. But I would have actually loved to hold a short there, because then that would be a mad ass play. But I didn't get in. Like look, what's the block right? It's right here. That's it. Can you see it? This is the consolidation, breakdown, resistance. We come into it. We're broken down. Do we come back up and hold above it? I don't know. But this is all resistance there. So the invalidation was here. It can be aggressive stop loss above there. That's what I would have normally done. But I missed it. I wasn't really actually paying attention to the majors so much itself. I was playing a lot of the low cap coins as well, because they were popping like nuts. But we'll see what happens there. Any questions before I head off? All good there. Can you comment why Calio said 40k is magnet? Oh, 40k. Did he say that? I don't know. I haven't even looked at him. I don't look at people's Twitter, to be honest. I focus on my own shit really, because it's like you get a lot of nah, man, I can't understand why he would say 40k is the magnet. I mean, unless you're looking for this, but even then it's far fetched. Unless you're trying to say this, that's the SR, but I think that's a bit far fetched, because there's a lot of levels in this game here before you even get to 40k. What's the first set of levels that we got to face off? July's high. That's the first set of levels. We need to reclaim that motherfucker there. What's the next set of levels? 2021's range low. That's the thing. 2021's low. That's the next set of levels. After that, then what you got? You got this level here, and then you got this level here. We got a lot of fucking levels. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got a lot of levels. So if I want to be long, right? For me, honestly, brother, I need to see a reclaim 24.6k, something like that. Then I can be like, yeah, this is my next set of targets there. We can actually come back down. I'm happy to play the shorts. If we hold above it, play the longs back up into here. Reclaim this level there. What's my next set of targets there? This will be the next highs over here. And then maybe pull back there, reclaim and keep going. And then fill out the inefficiency to 38k. I mean, it's not even 40k, but even that's 30k. That's what I would say if this was the plan. But there's levels to it, bro. I'll be honest, there's levels to it. He could well be right. He could well be right. He might be seeing something that I'm not seeing. But like the way I see it as a level-to-level trader, there's, this is key resistance here. This is all fucking the daddy of all daddies. This is the Mandingo of all resistance, like, hopefully you guys don't know who Mandingo is. So, but this, don't Google it, guys. But hopefully this is this is the key, because, we played this for like a good 2 years, a year and a half worth of consolidation. This is the range low. This is the I think 2020 biggest crack. Yeah, man. Be careful, bro. Not looking good, bro, innit? but fucking dairies in it as well. Oh, let me have some water. When am I gonna get SE on stream? I don't know. SE's a busy man, you know. He's been on holiday, innit? He's been on holiday. But I haven't got to actually speak to him for a little while. But yeah, whenever he's free, I definitely will reach out to him as well. But yeah, anyway, this is the like, look how long this is. This is a 12-footer, innit? You know what I'm saying? So it's is like 2021's low. Let's focus here. First quarter of 2021's low, and first quarter of 2021's high. That's the range band environment. Whereas the mid range comes into about somewhere around here. Looks about right. I think it's a little bit lower. Doesn't really matter, but you can see how we touch off this. There's a deviation, support, set off, resistance, deviates it, gets back down, lower prices, shoots up, support, loses there, resistance over here, deviation, sells off there. So very key element. Only for me, honestly, brother, only if we reclaim this low here would I then be something like this. But then I then would be like, all right, then you know what? Fuck fucking thingy, 40k. Well, 40k can easily come for that 38k level. The next level I'll be looking for is 44k. It should be 44k. That's where the mid range is. That's what it should be. But yeah, I'll go for the mid range. Mid range should be around. I believe it's here. Yeah, that's it. That's where the mid range is. So it's around 44k. But yeah, that's what I would go for. That's only then would I actually look at thingy at that kind of number. But like I said to you in it, like on the first alt stream that we did about 2-3 weeks ago, I was saying that I'm playing this slightly different to everyone else. Like, well, not everyone else. Everyone's got their own style, but I'm playing this very different to how I was playing it before. I'm more of actually, you know, I've bought in alts. I'm holding alts. I'm quite happy with them. A lot of my alts are actually in profit, and I'm quite pleased with it. You know, we played it in January, played it in February. Now some of these freaking meme coins are popping. Another one, ZKT. I've got an AMA to schedule with them as well. Hopefully it'll be Thursday. We get this sorted out. But ZKT is one that I'm actually quite. I mean, fucking hell, man. I called out ZKT at 15 cents at 800k market cap, and it's fucking at 10 million, right? Some shit like that. So, but anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. That in terms of alt, and I'll do the AMA with ZKT on Thursday. Hopefully speaking as well, and I would, you know, really appreciate it if you guys can actually show some support and jump on as well. Thank you so much for your time. Smash the likes, everybody, as well. Hope you had a good time. Yeah, man. Take care. Catch you guys catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.